Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, we're part 2 on the boxed oracle sets that I have as we go through some of these decks. Now, this is a beautiful deck called Wonder of the Mother. It's a deck of 54 inspirational cards created to empower, honor, and celebrate mothers of all ages. Now, it does include any sort of carer. It does include a father. It does, it is quite a beautiful deck. It does have images on the front with a little word here, and then on the back it does have some words in regards to the message. Now, for me, the best way to use this deck, if I want to sort of go quite, you can choose two ways. Either you're just going to read the front, what the front says, and so you're going to look at the words at the front and go, okay, what does Earth Mother mean to me? What does it mean when I'm talking about an Earth Mother? You know, a mother who's connected to Mother Earth. Maybe she's a gardener. Maybe she's someone who's very sort of down to earth. Maybe someone who's an elder. You know, she's sort of got an elder energy in some way. She doesn't necessarily need to be an actual mother. Maybe she's a mother figure in your life. Or you could read the back. Because she knows the earth is our mother, she stands up, speaks out, attends meetings, and makes phone calls. She lives her truth by recycling peacefully, protesting, and clearly communicating on behalf of our planet. Because she knows the earth is our mother, she protects the land that is her body, the air that is her breath, the fire that is her spirit, the water that is her womb. Because she knows she acts for the children, for the future, let her example inspire us to do all to do the same. Now, when we're talking about the water that is her womb, because she knows she acts for the children for her future, we're talking symbolically. Remember, this does not always necessarily mean literally. It can also be very symbolic. So here we've got Earth Mother, red dress, and the mirror. So how do these three cards come together? It could be a reminder for us to connect with Mother Earth in some way. Maybe we need to spend some more outside. Maybe this might be, the little red dress could be about going out, so maybe we need to go out more, which could be really important. And maybe we need to look at the mirror within ourselves. Maybe we need to look how we react to other people as well. So you can use, what does the mirror mean to you? What does the word red dress mean to you? And what does Earth Mother mean to you? And use that to create your own readings, your own intuitive message that seems really, really important. So, I mean, you can go through these cards. You've got knowledge and trust and grandmother and gratitude, body image, balance, the playful mother, the mother dance, the peaceful mother, now. Then you've got words like now, patience, remember, simple rule, transformation, commitment, the confidant, grace, beauty, the gift, the hopeful mother, her history and your history, the single mother, imagination, acceptance, time together, angel mother, surrender, strength, the animal mother. You know, sometimes we're not just physical mothers, we could be mothers to animals, which could be an important process. Here we've got laughter, spirit mother, mothers and sons, happy, happy, joy, joy, the single father, community, health, abundance, chaos. So there's lots of different ways that we can connect with an oracle deck in so many different ways, which I think is really cool. Now, I just heard a phone go then, I thought. Just give me a moment and I'll come back. Okay, back. Let's continue with this deck. Okay, so we've sort of started to explore some different decks. Let's just go through. We've got Cards of Time. Let's go through a little bit quicker, otherwise we're going to be here forever. So these Cards of Time, I'm still haven't really looked at this as doing readings or anything like that. I'm still got to yet develop, but I've started to look at just the titles of the cards, like Respect Your Feelings, Listen to Friends, Perceive Success, Heal the Wounds, Find a New Meaning, Search for Exchange, Swap Ideas, Seek Advice, You're Free in the Choice. So looking at those sort of gives us a starting point for working with these cards. And I know I want to get into a bit more with Alpha and Omega. You know, what does it mean with the days of the week, the zodiac signs, the sun signs, the numerology in regards to, you know, how can I really connect with this deck to get the answers that seem really, really important. So I think Cards of Time is something that I'm going to use with the guidebook for a little while, because it does in the guidebook to give you a little bit of information with generals, job, relationship, and creativity. So it does give you a little bit more in, you know, what does it mean if you're asking about your job? What does it mean if you're asking about a relationship? What does it mean if it's about your creativity? What does it actually mean generally in regards to symbol, into the symbols and things like that? What does it actually mean if I'm asking a question in regards to such and such? So that's something I still have to work on. That's something I still want to dive deep into. Okay, another deck that I've enjoyed working with is Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. Now, I do like his decks, and I wouldn't mind a couple more of his other ones, but this is at the moment. The book is excellent for information, which is great. Great way to connect. As with any of his decks, the guidebooks are brilliant. It's just about connecting with maybe taking a moment to take a breath and just choose one card at the moment and just go, okay, what does it actually mean and what are they saying? Like Archangel Michael talks about trusting heaven. So it talks about you are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. So what is that? So what does it mean when it says you are safe? Is what I look at it. I look at it and go, okay, what does it mean? What does Archangel Michael mean when he says that I'm safe? What does that mean to me? What does it mean when it says that angels stand close? What does it mean when it talks about surrender your concerns? Does it mean about letting things go, letting those worries disappear? How do I do that? Elmora, a waking presence, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So what does it mean when it says the universe is with you? What does it mean when it says wear a cloak of protection and love? You know, I think about those words, protection and love. So it feels like I'm protected and I'm loved by those within the universe, that I'm not alone. So going through and doing that with the deck, just slowly, taking my time. There's no hurry. It's just about enjoying the cards, the imagery. You know, what does it mean to me when I look at Ceronius with Life Force? Express your driving passion. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So what is it talking about, expressing my driving passion? So what does it mean if I'm talking about a job or career? What's it mean if I'm talking about a partner or a relationship on some level? What's it talking about when I'm talking about money? You know, what does it mean in different aspects of my life is what I do. I go through and just very slowly go through and have a look at the what the meanings are from these different decks. You can see the imagery is gorgeous, the colours used. You know, what do the colours mean? You know, what are the flowers or the gems? You know, going through, what are the symbols? Go through and have a look, do a little bit more research in the information. Maybe that's an amethyst in your mind. You're getting like an amethyst. So what does amethyst mean to you? So, or, you know, what does the purple mean to you? You know, is it related to your spirituality or to your third eye, your chakra? Here we've got this eye up here. What does it mean? What does the moon mean? You know, all those things you could add layers to the reading only when you start to sort of look at each card slowly. And use the book. Use the information that's in the book to find out more information. So here we've got those there. Let's look at the fairy oracle, fairy forest, okay? The fairy forest. Let's look at some blue angel decks. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got, see here we've got 10, what enstrilled. Now that enstrilled means nothing to me. What love, fire, sensuality and fertility. So what does love, fire mean to me? Love, fire. Well, fire is about spark. So maybe there's a spark within the love. Maybe there's a sensuality being, you know, there seems to be a fertility within the situation. Look at the book. The guidebooks are beautiful. Use them. It doesn't matter if you're reading for a client. They don't mind if you use a book. I find I've been reading with clients, even face-to-face, at psychic fairs, and I'll pull an oracle card and I'll do the initial thoughts, things that come into my mind, and then I'll grab the oracle book, and with the client we read it together, and they love that. It's not a problem as long as you say to them, hey look, let's grab the guidebook and let's see what other information comes out of it. Here's what my initial thoughts were, and this is what the book says, you know, what resonates. Let's find the answers within. So I think that's a really important aspect, as you start to sort of learn from some of these decks. Don't push it, don't force it. Take your time, enjoy the study. And if you ask, if it's a deck that you struggle with, if it's not something you don't resonate with, put it aside again. Put it aside for a moment and try something else. Spend some quality time with a different deck. You know, make a change. You know, this is the Firefox, the Kitsune. Again, by Lucy Cavendish. Again, you've got these, the Awakening, Healing Beauty, Born with a Gift. So using those words, what do those words mean? And if you're unsure, and if you can't sort of get too much information out, say to the client, hey look, this is the word that's coming out. Immortality. What does immortality mean to you in this moment? Ask the client. Doesn't matter. You know, what are their thoughts immortality, and say, hey, let's grab the guidebook and let's see what Lucy says in the in it. Let's see, it's number 22. So let's see. We've got immortality. What are the few sentences at the beginning? What are the first few thoughts? It says, you are lifetimes long, seeker, and your soul has journeyed and travelled through skins and forms and elements time and again. So maybe you're talking about a sense of reincarnation in some way. So is it talking about that you're, this might be a sense of moving through into new levels within oneself as you move through reincarnation, as you're moving through into a new body. Your soul is moving through into a new body in some way. But also the tree of immortality knows that you are growing strong, and it will offer to you now some of its vast wisdom so that you can climb further into the journey of the soul. Know that you are being offered time here in this lifetime to complete your soul's task, to be surrounded by beauty and joy, and to have aspirations for your physical form, etc. So you can continue to read, and the client can say to you, oh yeah, okay, I'm starting to develop and grow within myself. Maybe I'm completing a sense of my own growth and expansion. Maybe I'm fulfilling tasks that need to be completed, or lessons that need to be completed. So yeah, that makes sense to what's going on for me. So you can start to sort of get a bit of a bigger picture in regards to what's going on. So that's interesting as we go through those decks there. Okay, another deck I think are quite cute are these little decks. How do we use these little affirmation, these little cards? Okay, I know there's a lot of these around. Now you can just go through and choose one card daily. So you might choose one card and it says stop, slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. Okay, there's no guidebook or anything like that. So it's just about working. What does it mean when I say, when the card says slow down? It means I've been rushing around lately and maybe it's time just to take a breath, etc. Okay, another way to use these cards is maybe you want to do, and you've got clarity, so you've got slowing down, so you've got some clarity in the situation, and so absence, what is not here is the key. So maybe you'll be able to find what's missing. So you've got, if you can slow down, you'll find the clarity. You'll find the clarity through finding what's actually missing from the whole picture. So that's a 3-card reading you can do with these little cards. So this is the language of flowers. You will have also seen recently Let Go, where I've done the same thing, showing these cards with the images and the words on the back, and how you can use them as an oracle deck in one way, and just the affirmations or the letting go. And then you've got the Inspired by Frida as well, doing the same thing. You could mix the decks if you wanted to, you know, do a card from each if you wanted to. So different ways you can use these decks are yet to come in other videos. So I just want to sort of show you, I want to sort of continue showing you some of the decks. Right, now astrological reading cards, you'll also get many decks that have different suits or different aspects of the deck. So this one would be zodiac sign, house cards, and planets. So what you can do is split them into the 3 groups. Okay, so you're splitting them into the 3 groups as you do. Okay, and you get that with some decks, okay, and that's okay. This is just one way to use them. Oops, I just messed up planet with zodiac. Okay, so you go through and you choose one planet. So that's Neptune, one house card, which is the 7th house, and then you've got here, which is Aries. So you're going to take this as the message. Okay, the first one, Aries, the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous, crusading, impulsive action is likely. Next one is, this area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. And the last one is your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for an illusion. So you go through and you just take a minute, take a breath and think, okay, what does it mean when the card talks about my fantasies and yearnings? You know, what do I long for? What's my potential for an illusion? You know, what am I seeing that maybe is not really there? Now this is about my partner. Maybe it's about my romantic, business, or family partner. Is it about a relationship in some area of my life? So something within my relationship I may be seeing that's not there, or I may not be quite seeing the full picture for some reason. And here it talks about me that could be a little bit impulsive in what's actually going on at the moment in regards to this situation. Maybe it could be very dynamic in some way. Maybe it's a bit too spontaneous. Maybe I'm not really thinking about what's going on. I'm just acting. I'm acting in the situation. So you just go through and you just take your time and you just merge that through. And with practice, it becomes a little easier. So when you've got a deck like that, that's cool. You can go through and just read them as 3 separate decks, or you could shuffle them all together and do them as one message. But a lot of times these decks are really made to sort of work together in some way. I need to get rid of that ribbon. I think these bags are, they're good for protection, but they don't last long. But anyway, so here we have that. Next one is a deck that I'm still learning. It's still brand new. This is Seasons of the Witch, the Samhain Oracle. Beautiful, beautiful deck. The book is invaluable to this deck, and that's okay to go through, to read what the keyword is, to read the little thing underneath. Sometimes it will spark an intuitive message. Other times you just want something a little bit more like the frog. I didn't really know what it meant for the frog, and it says here, may the lily beneath your breast allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still, for there is serenity behind the drowning growth. Now that to me is a sense of, maybe it's feeling like there is some healing to be done. Maybe it feels like I am drowning in my voice. I'm not able to communicate clearly. And so I go to the book and find number 17 if I can. No idea where we are. Okay, so the key word is transformation and serenity. Okay, so that gives me a little thing to think about. Okay, frog, in this case, is talking about transformation and finding a sense of serenity. So there's some changes going on. Maybe, and it seems to feel like it's quite deep transformation. So I go through and have a read, and talks about when frog comes croaking, know that you are transforming, or in the process will begin soon. So you've already got some words to sort of start to work on and understanding this card a bit more. So that's where the books are so valuable in learning a little bit about these cards a bit more in depth. So that's Seasons of the Witch, the Samhain Oracle. So let's see what else we've got here. Let's just move those along. Okay, we've got Gods and Titans. Okay, Gods and Titans. Again, you've got this beautiful imagery created, different tones. You've got the god or titan, and then you've got a keyword. So you've got to ask yourself, what does that keyword mean? Then you can go to the guidebook and look at it a bit more. It gives you the word. It gives you a little bit of thought about the word. Say the green man, it's got abundance, then it's got prosperity and growth are bursting forth. Any seeds you plant now will flourish. Then it talks a little bit about the green man itself and what it means, and then the shadow side of what the deck means, symbols within the card, and invocation as well. So that's where the book becomes valuable even to the client. When you're doing a reading for them, you're picking a card out, you're picking out one god or titan. I mean, you can use multiple cards, of course, in a reading, but the book is invaluable because it's going to give you the insight that you need for the client in regards to an invocation. So that's really important. Dragon Oracle deck by Diana Cooper. Another deck which I think the guidebook is invaluable. I don't have it on me, it's in my bookcase, but again you've got Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification, self-discipline will speed ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Now if you've got the book, you'll know exactly what dimension the dragon belongs to, gives you a little bit more information. But if you want to do just a quick insight, maybe you want to do a meditation or reflection, just look at the imagery, look at the words, look at what's it telling you, what's the colours mean to you. All those things could be part of the process as you start to learn a little bit more about the deck. Spend a bit of time with the dragon deck. Have a look at it with the Dragon Tarot. Have a look at it with a fairy tarot or a mystical type tarot deck. You know, what does it go with? Have a look at some of the different decks. Look at the energy. This is a fire dragon, of course, what's on the cover. So have a look at the keywords. burn up the lower energies around you. It says you are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. So the cards do tell quite a story, but it's up to you to how you interpret that, how you develop from that. And that comes from experience. It comes from spending some time with the deck, not rushing with it, just enjoying the journey, not being harsh with yourself as well. Just being really, really gentle as you learn and discover what the decks could mean to you in some way. Now this one's going to be a bit of a longer video than I anticipated. So here we've got the Angel Tarot, Angel Reading card, sorry, by Debbie Malone. There's other ones in here. Again, you've got Angel of Clear Cognizance, Angel of Healing, Angel of Creativity, and it's about thinking about the career angel. It's also about thinking about maybe there's a question you've thought about, and say you got the one that seems to really stump people is when I get the parking angel. Angel of parking, you know, when they're parking, and it could be in something in regards to a career. So you're thinking about what does the parking angel actually mean if we're talking about a career. What would an angel what would a parking angel actually do for us? You know, find some space. So maybe it's finding a space for a promotion. Maybe it's finding a space for us to be able to grow and develop in some way. Maybe the parking angel is finding a space for us in regards to our finances. So maybe we need to look at, the parking angel, this one here, is finding a space in regards to our finances. So it could be about looking for a way for us to earn a little bit of extra money. Okay, paving the way for us to earn a little bit of extra money in some way. So just some thoughts regards the parking angel. Okay, we're so close to finishing up with the boxed oracle decks. So we've got Yggdrasil, which I'm still working on, something I'm still haven't really gone through, and I think the book is invaluable in this. Yes, it's got the name of the god, okay, or the goddess. It's got the name of the deity, and it has got some keywords on it which does help, but to really understand this deck and what it all means, the guidebook again is invaluable. The artist, the creator, has put so much time and effort into the guidebook. When you especially, and clients love that you cannot remember all the information of all the gods, the deities, the gods, goddesses, the deities and things. And so for you to pick up the guidebook and say, look, hey, this, I don't really know much about Fuller. Let me have a look. She's a keeper of secrets, so it does talking about keeping secrets. It does seem to be like secrets might be really important at this time to be kept. Maybe we don't show all of our stuff. You go to the guidebook and you find out a little bit more information, and I think that could be a really important aspect of the reading for the client. You know, they want to know as much as, you know, that could be really important for them. So you ask, you know, do you want me to find out a little bit more about Fuller? And so you go through, you have a look, you find out a little bit more information. And it says here, Fuller is a fairy of birds and of the likeness of nature. Her hair is described as a flowing river, and wherever she goes, nature seems to sprout and be revived. She's a keeper of all wild small birds, which follows her around, sing to her, and chirp secrets in her ear. Her name means abundance. Okay, it means abundance or feminine fullness. Okay, feminine fullness, and her name and thought to carry the meaning of femininity. Fuller is one of Frigg's handmaidens and is privy to her confidence. She is therefore the keeper of countless secrets and has boundless wisdom in her likeness. Her presence in the spread brings lightness and ease to the seeker's quest. She suggests relieving worry and introduces light-heartedness to the seeker. Fuller also indicates freedom, warmth, and feminine insight. So it gives you a little bit more information about that deity, which I think is really important for the client when you're doing a reading. again, you've got Sue Nicholson's The Butterfly Guiding Light. Now, this is a 49 cards, and it does have sort of chakra energy to the cards. So again, you've got quite a lot of information. So you've got the card, you've got something at the bottom. So it does give you a little bit of information, and then you have the creator of bonds, dignity, respect. So you've got some words here, but you might want to know a little bit more about the chakra for the client, or you may want to know a little bit more about the card itself. Look in the book. The guidebook's invaluable to your readings, and the clients love that. So here you've got guardian of destruction. Now, you could be just having a blank moment, unsure what that actually means. I mean, you know, destruction means things are being destroyed, but why are they a guardian of the destruction? So you go and have a look in the guidebook, and the client does not, if you're honest, if you're working with integrity and honesty, the client does not mind you looking up keywords in the book. You know, just say, hey, look, I've got a bit of a blank here, unsure what's actually going on. Let me have a look further in the guidebook. And the client's going, yeah, please do. You know, I want to know what, what it means. So the last deck we're going to explore here is the Māori Oracle. Now, this one here is because I don't speak Māori. It's not my native language in any. It's not my language in any way. It's not something I would speak at home or anything like that. So I'm very unsure about what these cards mean individually. Some of them I've sort of started to get to know, but really the guidebook, again, invaluable. The artist has put so much, or the creator has put so much effort into the guidebook. And I think it's a really important to look at the history, the stories, the teachings, and that only comes from looking at the guidebook. And the clients don't mind that, for doing that. That's the way they can sort of hear about what the card actually means, and maybe they'll sort of pick up on something a little bit deeper, and that's part of the process. So that's it from the boxed oracle sets. I will go through and do the ones that I have in bags yet to do. So that's it from me. So take care and blessed be. Don't forget to check the links on my channel. Check the links down below. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you know when the next lot of videos will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.